Yeah. What you do to her, girl? Yeah.
It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
Time for our tail of the tape. Terrence Bud Crawford. And standing across the ring from him, perhaps the greatest to ever do it, Sugar Ray Robinson. Doesn't have an ounce of fat on his body. Tipped the scales at the middleweight limit, 160 pounds. He's 5'11" tall and has a reach of 72. Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA. Sugar Ray Robinson, one of the most skilled boxers to ever lace up the gloves, inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1990, and he fights out of Harlem, New York.
They have waited for this fight for so long, John. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and 2-division undisputed champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner, from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats, with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a 5-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. Ooh, he ate that right hand. Beautiful counter shot. Catch and shoot. You don't want to trade shots. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
And they figure out the combination to this sink.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
He just misses with that jab. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. smart to block that right uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
Needs a knockout without a doubt.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Punches have to hurt. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell's...
Here's the bell to start round 3. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Punch. Fantastic punch. Nice counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Well done with that counter shot. A big whiff with the right hook. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That counter punch caught him clean. Nice counter. The perfect counter lands. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
They know this.
Oh my God, Johnny! Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
These two fighters are made for one another. That hook was off target. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is...
And there's the bell for round 5. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They're both trying for a knockout. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They miss with the jab. Nice exchange here from both men. And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, four, five. Give me your
Did you see that? Crawford is dazed. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. A borderline disastrous round, but he's still on his feet.
There's always a way.
There's the bell to start round 6. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Knockdown twice? Where's your head at? Where's your head? Nothing left.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. This is a high-octane battle. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently? And there's the bell for round 7. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at him.
He caught him with that body shot, and it froze him in his tracks. Look at this again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.
Feeling like I got a brand new contract. Armed and dangerous and ready for combat. Soon as I catch him on sight, it's contact. I get the job done proper, there's no comebacks. That's not fair, people hoping on the balance. But even you got that magical, you have it. And we were born and blessed with all this talent. Soon as we give it a task, it's so apparent, I'm fully prepared, fully activated and ready. Focused on the target, grab my weapon, hold it steady, your name. You know the name rain's heavy. Got the beast in me screaming out, let me out the cage. I ain't gotta do it with rage. The days are numbered, see my steps are calculate. On time, not a second hour late. Witnessing the mastery that we display like a hitman. Yeah. See, I go in and get the job done. Yeah, I'm moving like a hitman. See, I go in and get the job done. They don't want none. I got that experience like I've been doing this for centuries. before the events, I would practice while it was empty. Never needed approval, all I needed was improvement. Got swift with the movement, I attack and defend. We ain't in the same league, we breathe the same air. They act out of fear, that ain't the same here. They don't know why they came, I know my lane clear. And when I need to switch it up, I only change gears. Enemy, where art thou? There were so many have-a-goes, it's looking sparse now. I let my weapon whisper to you like it can't shout. I'm getting even 4-2-3, I'm like a calm count. But you can count on me to do it for the right price. It ain't a game even though I spite. They feel the presence of our zeitgeist. Our victories were written in bright lights. I'm moving like a hitman. Cause I go in and get the job done. You see me moving like a hitman. Yeah, I go in and get the job done.
We welcome you to Cambrian Hall. When you think class, this is the place to be. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you.
It's showtime. Sonny Edwards, fighting out of London, England, has already covered head to toe in gold.
This bout,
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
This is it. This is that place. This is that fight venue. This is the place where the action happens.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really... These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. He threw a punch and just got countered. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Beautiful counter shot. The perfect counter lands. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. That counter punch caught him clean. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. The straight right just misses. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. These two fighters are made for one another. How about that time counter shot? Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. Well, this is the time. Here we go for round two. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
A flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put him on the back foot. Put him under pressure.
One punch could change everything in this battle. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I...
Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
They exchange punches. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in it. On to the third. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not and twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. The straight right just misses. Unlucky to miss with that jab. There's a counter shot. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Quick punch scores. No rest for the weary. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Edwards in that last round. That was all. Back at it in round 4. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good defense there with that left hook. And he fails to score with that left hook. A perfect counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there, and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Holding nothing back here in the round. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. Well, there was no... On to the fifth we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Left hook just missed. You can't score with that uppercut. Punch, counter punch. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. Nice work to block that left uppercut. When are we going to see a jab from these two? The straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the score. Here we go in the sixth round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Incredible work rate. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Swing and a miss with that jab. One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
Surrender. No mas. So there you have it. It is official now, and that is not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.
nigga, duff. All the belts, mighty. In the ring, I swing left, right, man said get ping. Portrait ting, robot ping, we bring man right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man said get ping. Portrait ting, robot ping, we bring man right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man said get ping. Portrait ting, robot ping, we bring man right, somebody shots fling. Uppercut, fling, right up, fling. Portrait ting, send man over the ropes. Man try come for the belt, but I punched you, never saw ended all of your hopes. Now all of your bros are stood on the sideline, head in the hand, shot, joke of the show. But they keep those hands up, swing for their fences, or you're going on poorly for sure. How much do you wanna be the champ? How much do you wanna please the fans? How much do you wanna be the king? And how much do you wanna feed your camp? How much do you wanna see people chant? Swing like you got a thing to lose, it's the ESBC, beat them neatly, titles of